Hey guys, what's going on? Unexceptional Rounder here again, playing Game of War, Fire Age, and today I want to talk about power. I've seen a lot of misconceptions about exactly what power is and what it's not. So let's get right into it. And let's go ahead and at the top of your screen, I call this the city screen. I call this the map screen. Um, maybe it, I guess it doesn't really have anything to hover over, but right at the top you can click power and it takes you to your profile, but if you scroll down a little bit in your profile you get to power. Now you can see your power is actually laid out pretty clearly for you. You can see that my troop power, trap power, building, quest, research, and what my hero is worth. So your hero has a certain amount of power based on his level. You'll notice that some things that are not on there are things down here like heroes captured, resources, kills, things like that. So, what does affect your power, or what does increase your power, is these things right here: building more troops, building more traps, leveling up your buildings, quests. But let's talk about quests a little bit. So I'll click quests down here. I don't have any right now, but your daily and alliance quests do not give you power. However, if we look at our empire quests, let's just grab the one at the top, you'll notice that they do. Now, this one's not very much. It's just upgrading my marketplace will give me 325 power. So that's 325 power for the quest, but then also, let's go ahead and look at my marketplace. I'm guessing if we go to upgrade, and you can do this on just about anything. If you go into the screen where it's asking you if you want to do it or not, we see that here are the requirements, and here's what we get. So we get 570 power for upgrading it. So there's a quest for upgrading it, as well as an upgrade reward on the building itself, which is kind of interesting. It's a little weird that they kind of break it into two different parts, but whatever. So what that means is you get the quest reward, and then you get the power and the hero XP. And the hero XP is also going to give you more power, because the more you level up your power, then the more the more you level up your hero, then the more leveled hero XP you'll have. But or whatever. I think you guys understand what I'm saying. So let's go back to the city and free gift. Wow, that was a 60-minute speed up. That's pretty nice. So let's talk about troop power. I actually just got on, and there's no troops. So another way other than clicking on the buildings that you can make sure you, like I have multiple accounts, so it's easier for me to remember how they are on this screen. You can just go to train for some reason. Come on, there we go. So let's talk about troop power. You'll see that, pretty much I'm building level 2 troops right now. Level 1 troops are considered these first 4. Let me grab the mouse. So infantry, so swordsmen, slingers, outriders, and battering rams are level 1. And then level 2 is hoplites, skirmish archers, light cavalry, and ballistas. Those are level 2, level 3, and level 4. You get level 2 unlocked. I believe it's Stronghold level 8. Level 3 is unlocked, I know, at Stronghold level 15. And I think level 4, you need level 21 to get level 4 troops. So once you get level 3, you're pretty much in the game, because not that many people spend the money required to get to level 21. So let's go ahead and all I do, and this is just kind of my personal preference, I literally just look at my numbers, or if your troops are out, quick little tip here. If your troops are out and you don't see them in that screen, because that one will only, when you look at the armory, you'll only see the troops that are there. You can go into, you can click on your stronghold, click on combat, and it'll actually show you what troops you have. Total, whether they're in the city or not in the city. You can also see your traps. As you can see, I like to make even numbers, and on the traps, and this goes with troops too. If you kind of like even numbers, which the troops won't stay even for long, the traps won't stay even once you're attacked. However, like on that troop screen. This is why it's nice to do it this way. See how it doesn't go to the ones place? It just goes to the hundreds, 11.63K here on like Hoplite. So I don't know if it's 11,630 even or 35 or 36. So anyway, that's a way you can see the exact number of troops you have if you're trying to make it, a nice even number. Sorry, a little off topic, but so all I do is I look at what I have the least of, and that's what I make. So right now, if you look, I have the least ballistas. So I'll click that. And another thing that you should pay attention to is looking at the stats. Now, ballistas, so first of all, if you're trying to build power quickly, you need to, consider sort of what you're building and what you're doing. I guess I should have covered this at the beginning, but power in and of itself, let's back out here because this is kind of a main point. Power is simply a number, okay? Your power doesn't do anything. It doesn't make you stronger. It does not cause you to essentially do anything except it's just a number that the way I look at it is it's your potential. It's a way for other players to see how strong you are. And the reason that it's a pretty good measure is because if you, like me, I have 1.4 million power. Somebody knows approximately that I probably have a bunch of troops. They can see my stronghold level, so they know it's not just buildings. And then it also gives you an idea of, how leveled up everything is in their city and the type of output, their economy. It gives you an idea of how strong that city is overall. So all power is a measurement, and a lot of players will use that to, decide whether or not they want to attack someone. Realistically, you should feel confident in attacking someone if you don't think they're reinforced just by looking at their power. You shouldn't need to scout them. But if you think they might be reinforced, that's when it might be a good idea. We'll cover stuff about attacking in another video. So I hope that's clear. Power is just a number, and the way that you make it go up is build stuff, build troops, build traps. And I want to talk about the troop part a little bit more. See, I put my barracks in a terrible spot. It's hard to miss that gold in the bottom. So let's look at the hoplites and let's look at their stats. So obviously you can see the attack, defense, health, speed. But let's look over on the left here. I'll grab the mouse. We've got how many we own. So that's that's a good thing I just realized is if you are looking, you can actually, can we do this or no? Oh, I guess you can dismiss these guys. Oh, I was using my mouse. I was like, it's not working. So yeah, you can get rid of these guys if you want. I don't think you get anything back. I guess you would just not have the upkeep anymore. So if you wanted to get rid of some level 1 troops or something like that, I'm sure there's a reason for it. And then it tells you what bonuses you have and things like that. So it tells you, my hero skills, what they're giving me, and my research skills, what they're giving me. So it gives you an idea of how strong your troops are and what they're benefiting from. Now let's look at upkeep, power, and load. Load is how much the troop can carry. Power is how much power you get for each troop. So that's important, right? So you know that, okay, I get 8 power for each one of these guys that I build, and they are 2 food per hour in upkeep. So I need to produce 2 food for each hoplite that I make. So if I make 1,200, that's 2,400 more food per hour that you need to produce. And then you can also see at the bottom here the resources. What I like to do a lot is just scroll down to 1 and look at the time it takes for 1 to train. So we remember that it was 8 power, right? So 8 power, and we'll just say 275 resources plus the 5 silver, but whatever. 275 resources in 14 seconds. Now, spoiler alert, the hoplites, skirmish archers, and light cavalry, they use different resources, but they use the same amount and they take the same amount to train. So if we scroll down, 14 seconds, about the same amount of 275 total, plus the 5 silver. So, and they're going to have the same upkeep and same power, but they'll have different loads and different stats. So I'm not going to go through all those. This isn't really a war video, it's a power video. Now, let's look at ballistas. Ballistas take 18 seconds to train. So a little bit longer, but not a lot longer. And let's look at their stats. All right. They carry a lot more. They have twice as much power, but they're not, if we look, they're weak versus infantry, cavalry, and range. So siege is very good against, if you're attacking a lot, which because I do attack a fair amount, I want a lot of siege. And you'll notice that you also get more power for siege. Now, remember we were talking about building power faster? If you want to build power faster, for 4 seconds extra per siege, per, unit, you get twice the power. So if you really want to build your power fast, maybe at least make sure you're making as many ballistas as everything else. And go ahead and train ballistas as soon as you have the opportunity, and that'll help with your power. Keep in mind that they don't do so hot in defense, or if you're out gathering and somebody attacks you, they're not going to do as well. But for building power, if that's your goal, then that's a good way to do it. And you can find similar things with the trap building on the wall. So I think all the traps are the same, but like here I've got all 3 unlocked. You can see that these things take a long time to train though. Traps, take a long time. So 50 seconds per turret, and then we can see that each turret's only 3 power. But you build a bunch of them and they sit there, and that's more power that you have. So that's another way. So you'll notice I'm pretty much always when I look at my my city view, or the first thing I do when I log on is I look and make sure that there's at least 4 bars, because that's building, researching, traps, and training. Now, so I don't have training right now, so let's go ahead and get some training going. Like I said, I generally just pick whatever I have the lowest of, which is ballistas, and since they're double the power, it's not a bad idea to train those guys up anyway. Oh, one more thing. Don't use the instant train button, okay? I'm going to get into more of that. I actually made a spreadsheet that helps you decide what the most efficient way to use speed-ups are. So, teaser, I guess. Subscribe to the channel and you'll get to see that when it comes out. But when you use the instant train, I'll give you sort of a hint, like 300 gold is what you pay for a 3-hour speed boost. So you're paying almost double what you need to for this, whereas you could pay 130 gold for an hour and then like 70 for another 15 minutes, and you're pretty much done. And that's only 200 gold. So don't ever use this instant train. If you do want to use speed ups, go ahead and hit the train button, and then hit the speed up button, and you can go ahead and use your speed ups. I bought one of the speed up kits, so I've got a bunch, and I got the game. I started playing right around Christmas, so I actually ended up with a lot of extra gold, because over Christmas they had the oh, that's not appropriate. I doubt the other chat is any more appropriate. The public chat's usually pretty violent. But yeah, over Christmas, like a lot of the quests or events were had 6,000 gold prizes, and they were very easy to get. So that was pretty cool. Now it's down to like 100 gold. So you gotta be stingy with your gold. Anyway, I don't want to drag this out too long. That's how you build up power. I have 1.4 million. It starts to go faster and faster as you level up. And that's about it. If you guys have questions, or if something I said is confusing or doesn't make sense, please ask in the comments. If you enjoyed this, if you learned anything from this, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, the like button on the video, and I'll see you guys for the next video soon, hopefully, as Unexceptional Rounder. And I don't have a good sign off for this game. I usually make poker videos, so I say keep on grinding, like the poker grind. So I guess I'll have to think of something. Leave it in the comments. Bye.